Guys, the Minutes and Hours Watch Show is back in LA, and I know exactly what you're thinking. You're thinking, Rob, you look dumb with no beard. Trust me, guys. I may look dumb, but up here, I'm also dumb. All right, so what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna take you through the show, but I'm gonna show you my 3 favorite watches of the show, as well as what I call the show stealer sleeper watch. First up, we're at Muehle. I'm gonna show you 2, maybe 3, but I'm gonna show you at the end of that which is my pick for the favorite. So you can't really come to Muehle and not know what this watch is. This is probably what they're, at least in North America, this is probably what they're known for most. It's an awesome search and rescue style tool watch. This thing is built like a tank. Coming to look at this watch, I came across this crazy aviator, actually made for helicopter pilots. But now, this set aside, the icon set aside, let me show you this diver right here is actually made for Special Forces. It was, well, I'm gonna turn it over and let you hear the story directly from the CEO himself.
Sea Battalion, it's the name for the Special Forces. Your battalion is very functional for this really special unit. So when we developed with them together, they told us we are on a mission over the world. For this reason, it makes sense to go ahead with a GMT. To make it easy, the white hands and the white scale is for the local time, and all GMT is in yellow, also including the hand. It's titanium because they carry, when they are on a mission, more than 150 pounds with them. We have a countdown bezel. Sea Battalion cost is 3,049. I'm Thilo Muehle, and that's Muehle Glashutte.
All right, guys, anybody out there knows me, they know one thing, that there's a watch out there that I've been in love with from the hour that it released. And it is this limited edition Doxa, specifically because the antiqued stainless and the dial.
I'm Jackie with Doxa, and I'm thrilled that you love this watch. Super excited to talk about it. So this is a watch that Doxa made in honor of Clive Cussler, who was a very famous American author in the 60s and 70s. If you haven't read one of his books, you should. They're still timeless and interesting. So once he became famous as an author, he started collecting cars, which he has an epic car collection in Denver, Colorado, if you're ever out there, and diving for shipwrecks. In this watch, 7, 15, and 31. So 7, 15, 31 is his birth date. And you'll notice on the date wheel as it goes around that those numbers are in red, his favorite color. It is aged stainless steel. So this is supposed to look like it was found in one of these old shipwrecks that Mr. Cussler found. So can I teach you about the Yenny fish?
Please.
Okay, so it is the Yenny fish. So in English, we would say Jenny, but it's for the Yenny family, who is the 4th family that owns Doxa and bought Doxa in 1997. So that's how you know, because of the fish on the bezel of any of the watches, that it's from the Yenny family era.
So my second favorite Doxa is the one with this, it's like a muted light blue dial. It looks amazing. The little fish is also blue. Very classy. But what is that color name?
So we call it aquamarine. So people call it Tiffany blue because it does have some similarities to that Pantone. But what I love about aquamarine is that we came out with that color in the 60s. So we've had the same Pantone since the middle of the 60s.
Let's talk a little bit about the heritage of the porn watches that you were telling me about yesterday. Ah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This last watch that I want to show you is actually a company I discovered at the show for the first time. They are called Favre-Leuba. There's nothing cooler than a vintage inspired dive watch. The cool thing about this is obviously it looks amazing as that kind of throwback vintage now, but true to its vintage style comes the original. The original was called a deep blue, and this is from 1964. So you can see the 1964 version and the 2025 version and how similar that these two watches are.
So I'm Paul Walgren. I'm the brand manager for Favre-Leuba North America. What really inspired me about the brand is being the second oldest watch brand in the world. They have this long, deep history. We are truly a neo-vintage watch brand. Neo-vintage means the new vintage, and it's pretty incredible to have the watch from 1964 and have the 2025 version almost identical, except it's been new and improved, so to speak. So we have a sapphire bezel, sapphire crystal, as opposed to the acrylic and the bakelite. Solid case back, looks almost identical between the two watches, which is nice. It's a La Joux movement. We use those throughout the line now, so high-end Swiss movements throughout the line. And what's going to happen over time is the history, you'll start to see these other watches pop into the product development over the next couple of years that go right back to the archives of what we made, watches in the 1960s. And then we'll have the reimagined version. So this is what we call the Deep Raider Renaissance, which is the renaissance of the dive watch, more modern looking, but with a ceramic bezel, sapphire case, sapphire crystal on the back, and it's a La Joux movement. The other thing what you'll see is we have the fine finishing on it. A lot of movements, when you look at the back, you'll see they don't always finish all the bridges and everything. Here they do, and that takes time. That's the artisanship of the watch. Pretty affordable, starting around $2,600 range, so not crazy expensive. We are trying to punch above our weight, be less expensive and be better. And that's what we're an accessible, Swiss luxury brand watch, essentially.
So this last watch I want to show you from the brand it's in the same family line, but it's a stone dial. This thing leaps out at you. My dress watch is probably a dive watch, so this thing would be perfect for a dress watch for me. Tell me a little bit about this dial and this watch.
Every dial on a stone dial is going to be piece unique. It's unique because it's like a fingerprint. Everyone is going to be different, like a snowflake, essentially. So that is the other uniqueness of the dial, that yes, with the milling, they're hard to make. You lose a lot because you want to have that quality as we polish it. Each one is unique, which was sort of interesting. I'm Paul from Favre-Leuba.
All right, guys, so what we're gonna do now, the last watch I wanna show you today is what I call the sleeper watch of the show. This is Crafter Blue. They're a small kind of micro brand, right? But their watches are super cool, and they look and they feel way more expensive than they are. This thing is 300 meters water resistant. It's a Muehle movement. Stainless steel, obviously, case, comes on a rubber strap, but the price point on this, if you were at the show today, you could get a phenomenal price of like 360 bucks. It costs you a little bit more than that on their website, crafterblue.com, but you should definitely go check them out and pick yourself up one.